Hey guys, welcome to a Super Robot Wars wide guide to dealing with the special bosses on expert difficulty, Jaguar edition. Now sure, you could just throw a bunch of your strongest units at them and call it a day, but where's the fun in that? In this video, I'll show you my favorite way of dealing with these has-been final bosses of previous Super Robot Wars games. Yeah, they're just the final bosses of VXT, with Caruleum from 30 thrown in for good measure. So first off, why Jaguar? Well, my man has Soul and Zeal. And sure, Grid Knight has Zeal too, but they don't have Soul, so Jaguar it is. But honestly, anyone with Zeal would work too. Just make them fully upgraded. Here's the setup. Max upgraded JJ, weapons, CQB and skill, most of the pilot skills. Make sure he has second attack for some extra damage. Give him an S adapter since he kinda sucks in space with a B rank. That'll give him 20% more damage right away. Give him the SR Spirit you get from doing the Research Notes missions. That's another 20%, and you can use it for Soul and Smash. Lastly, give him Getter Emperor's Will so he can use Jaguar PP right away. Also, give a separate unit the Resupply skill so you can give him the Ultra Repair Ampule to max out his SP at the start of the stage, so he can continue spamming Soul and Zeal if you don't have the 100% SP upgrade. Now we'll get into the stage. The battleships don't really matter, but I use the Godinian for the extra morale boost. Deploy Lelouch, the Part Bot, and Jaguar. Use the Godinian to boost his morale. Buff him with Lelouch, give him the Ampule, analyze the boss, pop Zeal and Soul, run up and smack him. Repeat until dead, usually takes a couple hits. And that's it! Each boss will only need 2 hits except for Caruleum and the rematches on Expert. The items you get from them aren't that great to be honest, but hey, they're something. I'll let the gameplay run for each boss, plus the rematches. I actually swapped to Getter Emperor's Will on the rematches, since they worked a bit different. And using Soul and Zeal first before the part would be more optimal. But honestly, you only need 2 or 3 hits in most cases. Well, if you like this video, consider a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know in the comments about how your experience with Super Robot Wars Y is, and I always love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.